Today, it's kind of shitty outside. I'm not going to be really doing too much uh, outside of the garage. There's a couple of things I could tackle. I still have to calibrate the digital dash, which I don't really feel like doing right now. Um, so what I'm going to get into is the speakers. Um, Factory. I don't know if they're factory. They're real. They're real weird and small. The speakers in the deck lid, on the rear deck lid of the Monte, are like, they're pretty shot, and they're a weird size. And then the ones in the dash are like super small. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know if I'll end up putting any like door pocket or kick panel speakers like I did on the Impala. But I have some speakers that were in the Impala when I got it. Some of them are okay, but some of them are pretty trashed, and I saved all of them. I didn't really pay attention to which one is which, but I have two of these. They look super new. They sounded okay. I just wanted everything matching in the Impala. So I got two of these ones, which are good. Oh God, two of these, which I know for sure one of them is toast, but I don't remember which one. But I maybe not even. I'm just gonna test them out, see which ones see what we got going on here. But if anything, we'll just get some tunes going in the Monte here. All right, so here are the very small, weirdly sized deck lid speakers. Basically, all I'm doing is I'm gonna disconnect the two wires there and clip them to the other speakers and kind of see what kind of sound they got. Like I said, I know that two of them I think are trash. I found two of these speaker covers laying in the back. I was hoping that maybe I would find some speakers somewhere, but I don't see anything. I don't know if maybe JBL ones are stuffed in the dash, but it made me hopeful for a second that I was going to find some speakers hidden somewhere, but I don't see any. All right, well, we figured out that the two nicer looking of the four 6.5s or 6-inch, whatever they are, speakers, those two were the best. I'm honestly, I didn't even test the other ones because I know that one of them was messed up, so I just kind of tossed them. They were full of rust and dirt and some other stuff. I don't really feel like putting those into anything, but I actually got a lead on a set of 6x9s for free. So I'm not gonna put those 6.5s in the deck lid anymore. Those will probably go down in the kick panels if I could find some, maybe some secondhand pre-molded kick panels with the speaker thing formed in there. Try and find some of those on the super cheap. Obviously, it's how we're trying to do everything on this, dirt cheap. But yeah, so until I get the 6x9s in my possession, I'm not gonna further too much with the speaker stuff. I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'm not gonna put an amp, probably not gonna put a sub. This car isn't really gonna be that, I don't know, mainly like rock music. I just want it to be loud and clear. Clear is like the big, no popping, like there's like a tinge sound sometimes, whatever. Just try to get some quality stuff without going over the top. I don't want to run a whole bunch of wires and shit like I did on the Impala. I did so much wiring on that car. I don't want to do any on this, aside from wiring the new speakers, which that is easy. So speaker stuff is on hold, but I've been itching at a part of this build, and I almost started it without filming it, but I keep having these birdies in my ear like, hey, you should film that because it's interesting. So the next thing we're gonna tackle is the top, which I'm kind of intimidated by, but we're gonna see how I could do on that. So I was really hesitant about diving into this top because when you do any top removal like this, it doesn't matter if the car is 20 years old, 30 years old, whatever. There's always something unexpected underneath it. Rust or just, it's really kind of a pain in the ass, and I tried to avoid it. I put this off for the longest part of the project, which hasn't been that long, but I've been dreading it. Honestly, it went really smooth. The kids asked if they could help, and then they kind of just took over. But you do see evidence of why the car had a vinyl top in the first place. I know that GM, I'm not sure, Ford probably does it too. But basically, when the cars are coming down the, assembly and there's imperfections in the roof. Those are the cars that they pick to do the vinyl tops on. Now, like in the 60s and 70s, honestly, they were way worse. When you take those tops off, you see janky welds, terrible bondo, stuff like that. It's all from the factory. It's not somebody has peeled the top off and worked on the roof. It's actually courtesy of GM. So we have a few spots like that. They'll get addressed like when we sand and go to paint and stuff. But otherwise, man, it came out pretty good. I'm actually really excited with how smooth it went. I can't believe it, to be honest. So now I'm just gonna get the car pulled outside. I'm gonna give it a good wash. I haven't washed it since I got it, so it's sitting. It's got bird crap all over it, which kind of has some character, but it's a little much. But I want to get it washed so we could get everything kind of neutralized with the goo gun that's on the roof. And then once we have it clean, we can start sanding. It'll be in the next video, but I'm not going to film the car wash. You guys have to pay extra for that. So thank you guys. Have a good one.